The Heavy Civil Association of Newfoundland and Labrador is an organization that represents members' interests in meetings and discussions with government departments, agencies, municipal councils, engineering consultants, and the general public. They are your voice in the road construction, water and sewer, and heavy construction industries. With their partnerships, they connect people, goods, and services through reliable, innovative infrastructure to boost prosperity and well-being in Newfoundland and Labrador.
It's a great place to work, right? You're surrounded by dedicated people who love what they do, and we're serving the province of Newfoundland and Labrador. You gotta love it. We're bringing brands to the province that we're proud of, we'd use personally, so it really makes us really happy to be able to share that throughout the province. I think what's unique is our connection to the province, to the people we serve, and where we live. At the end of the day, all the equipment we sell is meant to keep the province moving.
Well, I'm Alan Dale from Gale Force Winds. It's such a pleasure to be back here on day 2 of the Heavy Civil Association of Newfoundland and Labrador, their annual general meeting and conference. Day 2 is kicking off. They're in the rooms now having discussions. It's wonderful to see. Yesterday was fantastic. So many people joined us on the program, shared their ideas, talked about all the great things they were doing for Newfoundland and Labrador. Thank you to our good friends at Harvey and Company for bringing this entire conversation to life. We appreciate their generosity in being the thought sponsor for this year's event. On that note, Brad, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself? Tell us what you do.
Hi, my name is Brad Pike. We do Precision Excavation is my company. We do water and sewer in the heavy civil industry here in St. John's. So we do work with the city. We do subdivisions, streets, roads, water and sewer, underground. So that's basically what we do all over the city.
Brad, how big would the team be at Precision Excavation?
We have 12 on staff right now.
12 on staff right now.
Medium-sized company.
And what kind of projects do you traditionally look for?
Mostly we do water and sewer. We specialize in removal, replacement, new subdivisions. We do work with City of St. John's, which is remove and replace.
Yeah.
So, dealing with live sewer, dealing with, new infrastructure. It could be a combination.
So when you turn on the tap in the morning and the water runs, you're the guys making all that happen.
We're
right?
one of the ones that make that happen.
And I find, oftentimes we take that, something as simple as that, for granted, right?
Yeah.
Every day, turn on the water, flush the toilet, run the dishwashers, whatever. Everything happens, but there's a whole team of people behind
There's
it.
There's a lot behind all that after you flush the toilet, no doubt.
And what would you tell, people, because again, I go back to it's a fairly misunderstood world, this heavy civil.
Yeah.
What would you tell the average sort of Newfoundland and Labradorian about the Heavy Civil Association?
Well, our association, what we do is we advocate for all the players in industry. We make new laws, critique the old laws. We basically advocate with government to try and make sure that we work hand in hand with government to make sure that we get what infrastructure we can in industry, get the money on the ground, and the municipalities that need the new infrastructure, we work hand in hand with government to make sure that happens.
Sort of that liaison, right, between the industry players and government, sort of make that connection happen. That's fantastic. This event is it's large. It's a large event, and we talked a little bit earlier off camera about how the event is growing year over year. Yeah. Some new ideas brought in to change the direction of it. Talk to me about your feeling of this year's event.
Well, so far this event has been the largest we've had. We've got sellout crowds last night. We've got sellout crowds for tonight. Our breakfast there this morning went really well. We've got a day full of seminars. Every slot is booked, and there's lots of people around, and it's a good atmosphere in the room.
Brad, it's an absolute pleasure to be in this conversation. Good people doing good work, right?
Yeah.
And I go back to it that we take that stuff for granted too often. You drive on those roads and everything's good, and you drive by people that are fixing the roads, and sometimes you don't pay attention.
A lot goes into it, and it costs a lot of money to do these things. The companies, all the cost is going up. The equipment, your employees, everything. So there's a lot that goes into it. It takes a lot, but like I said, with government's assistance and the general public, we get it done.
Brad, it's been an absolute pleasure to be in conversation with you. Thanks for what you do with your company, but also thanks for your leadership on this.
Thank you. You're welcome.
It's a great place to work, right? You're surrounded by dedicated people who love what they do, and we're serving the province of Newfoundland and Labrador. You gotta love it. We're bringing brands to the province that we're proud of, we had used personally, so it really makes us really happy to be able to share that throughout the province. I think what's unique is our connection to the province, to the people we serve, and where we live. At the end of the day, all the equipment we sell is meant to keep the province moving.
The Heavy Civil Association of Newfoundland and Labrador is an organization that represents members' interests in meetings and discussions with government departments, agencies, municipal councils, engineering consultants, and the general public. They are your voice in the road construction, water and sewer, and heavy construction industries. With their partnerships, they connect people, goods, and services through reliable, innovative infrastructure to boost prosperity and well-being in Newfoundland and Labrador.